Hello there, and welcome to episode 2 of Oilfangs, season 2 of the World at War. And in the previous episode, we settled down in this little desert patch here, right next to our homelands, in the search of iron, a new home, and a glorious place to build a few towers. Yeah, I heard that right, a few towers. The few towers idea is a new one. I set up shop here, and I think we did well. And this all here is the preliminary area where we're just going to do our thing. Downstairs here, we'll see the main stairwell of the fortress. And I came up with the idea to make a tower here on the surface as a monument of our little fortress. And then I had the idea, why stop there? Why not make towers, but down below? So I came up with the idea that we're making city towers, because this should be actually quite easily doable, and I'll show you what I mean. But first, we must divide the land. So we're going to set up our first of our little city towers into this direction, because we need apartments. So, step 1, I need to define how wide the tower's footprint should be. So I think we're going 6 into these directions. Then we're going to go, let's say, 16. Yeah, 16 sounds like a good number. 16 on 14? We'll try that. So this form looks a little bit odd at first, but it'll make sense the longer we do it. So I came up with the idea because it's obviously quite simple. We are going to dig out a trench here around that now. And then we are going to make this here our little apartment area. And then we're going to tunnel downstairs and continue. And I think we're going to keep a bridge here. Probably we're going to keep several bridges, and it's going to be neat. I think it's going to be really a cool new concept of building a little city in a way that I never done so before. But I think we should be going here. Nah, we're going for the triple corridor. So, entry level. We're definitely going to go here for couple of apartments. There we go. That's that. Sweet little entry level. And then we are going to go add in some windows here, and then we mine downstairs here. Mine downstairs here. And then we just continue. It's going to be lovely. I'm going to do several modules of these. And that's how we're going to wire up our city. Alright. So, I do see the need for another office chair. Obviously, we need a lot of automation too. I'm really pressed to do some things, but well, one thing at a time. We have ordered already the beds. That's a good start. We should now consider also ordering doors, but well, I haven't done any quarrying so far in a bigger picture, so I have no clue what kind of stones we are going to work with. So that's one thing that I want to start with today before I do anything bigger than that. But we are going to definitely plaster the first floor here with chert because of a lack of other alternatives, and yeah, just going to make our first bedrooms here, you see. There we go. Let's order another swing of doors, and I think with that we should be okay. Alright, this will be a good start for us, so people don't have to sleep in dormitories anymore. Mushrooms are growing. I like that. So let's order a few things that are super important for the longevity of our fort. Processing plants to bag. This is a insanely important duo of tasks because it makes quarry bushes eatable, and this transforms pigtails into workable fiber, which is both absolutely mandatory, necessary, and important. So we're also going to go... Shouldn't the farmer's workshop... Ah, yeah, just blind. So we're going to milk animals if we can, and we're also going to shear animals, and we're also going to spin thread. I think then we got the most important things down. This is just the farmer's workshop, but it's just so freaking important to do these, because otherwise your animals will just be not nearly as useful as they could be, you see. There we go. This will keep a couple of people busy, but we ought to do that, aren't we? So another thing, I need a stockpile zone for refuse and corpses. I'm going to make it like that. Just for starters, I'm going to make an easy one like this. Maybe we will keep some bone or shell one day, but not for today. For today, I'll just be bringing out my junk out there. Ooh. Langur monkeys. These little suckers, they are thievish animals, as you see here, thieving or mischievous creatures. So, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, we are going to go and order ourselves some hatch covering. Is this enough? No. I have way too many openings. Here. Nature. Well, let's see. Let's give it a try if they even manage to steal something. Up until then, let's store our cloth, armor, and weaponry also here in the furniture stockpile. It's not how it's meant to be, but it's the next best shot to take. Just want to have these valuables here out of the way, so we don't risk those monkeys to go in there and arm themselves. They wouldn't be using the weapons against us, but the weapons would still be gone, and that's the way big problem about it. Alright, so yeah. As per usual, 7 people, they don't get much done. It's just always the same. Well, let's go here to the level of paths. So we're really going to mean it this time. There we go. I want some serious quarrying action here. There we go. The dog and the monkey is fighting. Good dog. Alright. Yeah, there's too many hauling jobs and too many jobs in general currently. Let's see what my task list says. So, storing stuff in stockpiles currently the most pressing matter at hand, just like I thought. It can quickly happen that these things overwhelm your industry, especially when you're low on workers, but... If I look at the happiness meter up here, the food and drink count, there's basically nothing to do. I'm just impatient. That's all. We could order, though, also these sweet and handy wooden bins. I'm well aware of the fact that doing things like these does actually bind my workers even further, but what can I do? Dwarfs are industrious little people. Alright. The doors have been completed. That's nice. And we're actually digging again. That's even nicer. So the chert we're unearthing here is not really the main gig. It's the tunnels. I want to be able to look into various different directions. Maybe we won't be keeping this sort of pattern, but let's go downstairs 10 levels here and see what that'll do. Because I want to know what kind of materials I got to work with. I know that claystone comes eventually here, but what's beyond that? Some more claystone? They promised me some aquifer, but that stuff didn't come up yet. So I'm continuing my endeavors to go deeper. Claystone is a nice material. I like the color of that. Goes well with chert, definitely. Come on, Jurist. There's a shaft waiting to be tunneled out by you. Ugh. Yeah, I guess the jobs upstairs are too enticing right now. There we go. Now the hunger is calling. But now we're finally digging again. More swirl. Got a lot of that stuff. Ooh, limestone. Welcome to the Fluxstone layer. And welcome to the caverns. So we struck a gigantic underground ocean. Quite an interesting find, as this looks like a mostly wet tier 1 caverns. I don't know. Oh, there's some floor fungus here. Ah, yeah, there's some. There are some dry spots, but not here. So step 1 that we're doing is we're obviously going to stop these orders here, because we don't want to dig here even further. Next step, we're just going to excavate one notch next to that so we can seal off this little thingy here. Let's do it like that, that's even better. It's pretty unlikely that anything creepy will come into my fort this way, but that's only the case until some garden beasts come on by. Once these are roaming around, well, things aren't as easy as they were before anymore, so. Forgotten beasts easily can claim this as an entry point into your fort, and that is why we're sealing it off with top priority. Praised be DF Hack. In all seriousness, I love this program. There we go. So we have our first insights, and it also makes the floor fungus grow, which also means can finally pasture our animals down here. That's what I've been waiting for. They're downstairs, way safer than upstairs, so we're going to work around with that. So let's do this. That's gonna be for now the new pasture. Hunting dog and ibexes are fighting. Jeez. Okay, I found the tier 1 caverns before I found any aquifer. That is not what I expected. Not what I expected at all. Does it make me worried? A little bit. Because it'll make farming a lot harder than I expected it to be. But, well, it's what it is, I'd say. Now, let's wait until the floor fungus has spread a little bit before we invite the animals down here. Alright. And I wanted to make this food stockpile a wee bit larger. Because food that's not being stored inside stockpiles is going bad. I don't want that. I don't like food going bad. Alright. So the underground pasture also will put an end to animal fights that we don't want. The hunting dogs fighting is not a problem at all. I don't care about that in all honesty. So, let's see. This was an interesting start. Oh, whoopsie. That's what I wanted. Suspend managers not supposed to be disabled, ever. It's one of the most useful things out there. Cool. Let's open up the first of these apartments. And those ibex and dogs are deucing it out hardcore. Not that I do like it that much, but, well, it's what it is, I'd say. There we go. The first real bedrooms of Oil Fangs. And now we're just going to do our thing and tunnel out that whole area around there. I'm going to leave this one as a bridge entry spot, but after that we're just going to continue like this. I really look forward to this. It's going to be a very, very fun project. And definitely a new way of building a city. For me, at least. I mean, this has been done by many people before. I don't want to give you any false impressions here. Nah, it's just something that I didn't do yet, you see. We sure do have a lot of shoal here. Alright. So I also have to think about how to make the minecart things happen. So how are we connecting these to the quarry and to the stoneworkers' workshop and such? There we go. And as we then go deeper, our fellas will then have a chance to enter back via the tower and get out of the trench. And once a floor is done, I'm going to be sealing off the holes with beautiful windows. So, Oil Fangs, City of Towers, welcome. I like it already. Good thing that I did take a night of sleep between building further and getting started. This idea struck me this morning, and we're definitely going to build different sized floors as well. For now, I'm going to start with a double suite of a dozen bedrooms. And I think the next level would be nice if we'd be setting up a tavern or a dining hall or something like that. So let's see. Let's go even as far as making this entire level a big old flippin' tavern. Why not? And this allows me to do very interesting different setups. Here I'm gonna hollow this out so the bridge effect remains. The migrants are arriving! Yeah. Love this. So, who are the new people? We got a woodworker. Let's see. I would bet that the weaver is also one of the new arrivals. Okay. 2 new people, 3 new people. Amazing. Amazing. A wax worker. But apart from that, oh, a good fighter. Let me guess. Where did you serve? Well, the Inks of Obscurity? Nomadic group. This must be a survivor of the previous fort. I hope they're not getting any lycanthropes in. That would be very spooky. I got me some PTSD now, alright? But nah. I mean, we'll see if they are weird creatures. We'll see that pretty quickly. Oh no. I'm afraid. Well, we'll see about that. Meanwhile, the fungus is spreading. To put up something less threatening here. Okay. So, I want to do a proper quarrying here. So, for proper quarrying, we're going to dig in a wider corridor than that. And then we need to think about how we're going to pipe that upstairs with rails eventually, but not now. So my extraction will be happening northwards, so to speak, because that way I'll make sure that we'll not get into the city territory with our extraction business. Because that far into this direction, I won't be expanding my city anymore. It's almost full moon. I'm so scared. Alright, so let's take some adventure into the clay stone layer. And see if we can dig out something. Claystone has some tendency to have some nifty stuff. Please don't kill my fortress. Alright. It's almost full moon. We'll see once that happens. If I got some nasty new people into the food. I mean, that would be a really gruesome joke of the game now. But nah, nobody's transforming into a weird beast here. I'm just paranoid. Okay, deep dig into all directions to make sure that we'll be finding whatever we can find here. These ibexes and the dogs are just not stoppable. They're constantly in clinch. So, claystone definitely should be added into the stones that we are running in, right? So, let's give that stuff a small little area here. Jeez. We're really starting to feel the need of expansion, don't we? Therefore, let's expand. Get ourselves some wheelbarrows. And see what we'll be finding here. What bothers me most about this layer? Not even a single gemstone turned up. Our god of gemstone is really not with us on this area. And this would make up for one of the most boring areas to mine in. If there's not even gemstone here. Neither ore nor gemstone. Jeez. Stingy area. Well, let's do a similar trip into the limestone. And I'll be setting up another storage zone for the limestone as well. This ginormous one here. There we go. It's mostly about having some of the stuff available to work with, you see. Alright. So, step 1, we're going to order rock blocks. Chert rock blocks. As we sure have a lot of chert boulders available, and, well, the supply won't be going out that quickly. So, let's get ourselves a bookmaster's office here. And then let's see if we're finding anything of interest here. Jeez. It's a very, very harsh place so far. Oh, wait a sec. We're not going to put the chair on the blank floor. Also not the doors. We're more civilized than that. Just forgot to do so. Alright, it's late summer, and we struck picture jasper. I've never had that stone before, in all honesty. But, let's see. Can we by now finally look for razors? No, we can't, because that would be useful. Ugh. But this one is only a novice appraiser, so... So, we at least got ourselves some gemstone, I'd say. At least a yellow one. If not a valuable one. At least something useful. So, Mr. Bookkeeper, here's your office. Not the most noble one, but personally think that it is a pretty cool one. Better than previous bookkeepers' premises that I've built in my life. Okay, my friends, so I think this pretty much rules out episode 2. I am quite baffled that we, so far, haven't found much to work with. We at least have our animals safe penned up now. We have an idea of how to build the city. It's not as if we have nothing at our hands, but, well, we'll see what happens in the next episodes. Until then, thanks for watching as per usual. Feel free to drop a comment down below, leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and of course, feel free to support the channel financially. Feel free to check out the playlist links down there. Thanks to everybody out there who does support the channel. And thanks for watching as per usual. So, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.